Think of Ladakh, and what do you see? But when we take a closer look, we see so much more. In the Zanskar Valley, Mahayanic Tantric Buddhism is practiced and preserved in its most ancient form.
That's okay.
Thank you very much.
It is one of the last surviving cultural satellites of Tibet. Zanskar is the southernmost part of Ladakh. It has no modern communication system. This road, built in 1980, is its only link to the outside world. As we cross the 5,000 meters high Panzila Pass, the Drang Drung Glacier appears. During the spring and summer months, this glacier irrigates these pastures where yaks, zos and zomos are grazing. Animals play a very important role in the Zanskar economy. Dairy products and wool are its only exports. These animals are hardy and well adapted to the cold climate, high altitude, scanty grazing and rough terrain here. Every year, a Zanskari household sends at least one member, mostly girls, to these highland pastures to look after the animals. These girls spend the entire summer from May to September living in these huts or doksas. Being free from parental control, they seem to be enjoying themselves. But it's hard work here, from sunrise to sunset, looking after animals, milking them, collecting brushwood, making cheese. Dolkar and Angmo make butter. 21, 22, 23, 24. As they go back and forth, the music of their rhythmic counting will echo in these mountains for several hours. These farmers are on their way to Padam. They rest for breakfast. Fresh chutney of mountain herbs, roasted barley, flour mixed with salt tea, of which they'll drink at least 10 cups. Add to this dried cheese, meat, butter and loads of chang or local beer and we have the staple food of Zanskar. It is simple, wholesome, everything is locally available. A Zanskari legend says in Padam there was a castle with a copper dome. Copper in Ladakhi is zangs. Therefore, it was called Zanskar or Copper Castle. This became so popular that the entire area under its sway became Zanskar. There are about 10,000 people living in Zanskar, mostly in and around Padam. Although most Zanskaris are Buddhists, Padam town has a sizable Muslim population. Padam is the main town in Zanskar and the center of trade and travel. The villagers are gathered to greet the bus which arrived today from Kargil after 4 days. Zanskaris look forward to the bus. They see it occasionally during the summer months. It brings fruits, vegetables and provisions for weeks. If they have to travel out of Zanskar, bus is the only means of travel. Otherwise, days of walking through difficult passes. It is believed Buddhism came to Zanskar from Kashmir as early as 200 BC. It played a significant role in its movement to Tibet. Today we find all sects of Mahayana Buddhism in Zanskar with the Dalai Lama as their spiritual head. Karsha is one of the oldest and largest monastic establishments of Ladakh. About 150 monks or lamas live here. These murals are believed to be 300 years old. However, recent repairs to its walls have destroyed much of this treasure. Generations of Zanskaris have sponsored the creation and collection of images, scriptures and treasures which adorn these monasteries. A monastery is the pride of a village. It functions under a well-organized system which is derived from the code of governance set down by the Buddha.
Usually, a boy enters the monastery at an early age. He lives with a relative and learns to read, write and recite. He takes the vows of a monk. Now he can hold an office and contribute to the administration of the Gompa. Monks form a community and distribute work amongst each other through a democratic process. Officers are appointed for many years. An efficient monk can attain the top rank of a lobon. At the prayer assembly, the seating arrangement is strictly according to the status of the monk. After finishing their daily chores, the monks are free to participate in other activities of the village. Usually, their families provide for them. They are not dependent on the Gompa for their sustenance and recite religious texts. After that, they live in little rooms which belong to their families, but they maintain and take care of them.
चले
In Zanskar, usually parents hand over the family house and the farmland to the eldest son after his marriage. They move into a small house and keep just a quarter of their land. But when they grow very old, they return to the main house where they rest and pray in peace. The younger brothers and sisters move in with their parents or become monks and nuns. Often, the elder brother and one or two younger brothers take one wife and live together in the main house. I became a Lama at the age of 65 after my wife died. I want to devote the rest of my life to prayers and service. Through noble actions in this life, I want to achieve a better rebirth. I handed over the house and estate to my eldest son.
The institution of polyandry and monasticism were important factors in maintaining a stable population in Zanskar, therefore reducing the pressure on scarce resources. About 30% of the population of Karsha are monks and nuns.
Thandra, Zahat Thandra.
Sonam Somo has only daughters. Her eldest daughter will inherit the family estate. She has got a magpa, or husband from a family with 6 sons. A magpa lives in his wife's house but does not have much influence, though his children will inherit the family estate. Zanskaris are very hospitable. In Sonam's house, we are greeted with a jule and lots of Lipton cha. Jule can mean hello, thank you, goodbye, good luck. Whatever the demands of the occasion might be, jule is the word for it. In a cellar below Sonam's house, we meet Ani Yeshe. She is the oldest living nun or chomo in Karsha.
I am 71 years old. I have been a nun for 50 years. Now I have lost all my teeth. I am making butter for Sonam Somo. She will give me food and some butter. How do you make butter in your village? You are lucky. You travel in jeeps, wear fine clothes and eat good food. You must have done good deeds in your previous birth. I am happy I chose to be a nun. I have only myself to look after. I can devote my life to prayer. After I became a chomo, many more joined me. But we had no place of our own. 4 or 5 of us went around villages, collected donations and built the nunnery on the hilltop. Now about 40 chomos are living there.
We don't have much time. Hurry up. Lobsang Angmo walks in with a zo. She has borrowed it from her brother. It is the middle of October. Crops have been harvested and animals have come down from the pastures. For about a week, they will be employed in threshing piles of crops. In Zanskar, because of the cold climate and heavy snowfall, only one crop can grow in a year. The main crop here is barley. Each family owns about 3 to 4 acres of land, roughly 1 acre per working member. Zanskaris measure land according to how long it takes to plough, the size being 1 day, 2 days and so on. Yield per acre is quite high. It is comparable to yield per acre in farms of Europe and America. Zoos are yoked and lined. They are ideal for this job and will happily trudge for hours while those behind take turns driving them. Once in a while, they need a little encouragement. Oh, you beautiful animal, please move fast. Oh, you beautiful animal, your horns are so long they reach the sky. Your tail is very long. Please move fast and thresh our crop. In spring, you will go to the high pastures, eat flowers and sit by the water on the green grass. Oh, you beautiful animal. The cattle have been taken away to eat, drink and rest, while the family winnows the straw and chaff from the grain. The afternoon wind comes handy. Oh, pure goddess of the winds, oh, beautiful goddess of the winds, carry away the chaff, separate the chaff from the grain. Where there is no human help, may the gods help us. Oh, beautiful goddess, Ongsla Skiot.
This small piece of land belongs to the nunnery. The Chomos farm it. The grain is kept in the nunnery stores for use during important occasions.
तो बोलो 55 में फैसला किया था ये चोमो बनेगी
Our day begins before sunrise with prayers. Then we have to attend to our daily chores at the nunnery. We have a manager who assigns jobs for a period of time. By afternoon, I come down to the village and help my family, sowing, watering, weeding, harvesting, washing. There's lots of work to be done in the summer months. Besides, I also give a helping hand to others in the village. The only work chomos don't do is cut grass for fear of killing bugs and small insects. I have to earn my living. After threshing is over, I will go around collecting donations. My family provides me with some, but it is not enough.
Monasteries own a lot of land which is farmed by the villagers. Some of it is leased out to farmers who pay rent to the monastery in the form of grain. During the harvest and threshing, people invite lamas to their houses to conduct rituals and prayers. In exchange, they give them barley, wheat and peas, which they then distribute amongst themselves. In Zanskar, monks are highly respected people. Most important decisions regarding marriage, death, work are all taken after consulting them. The gift of a son to a monastery is a very noble act and brings merit to the family. Giving donations and sponsoring rituals is a noble act by which a villager can hope for a satisfactory rebirth.
This little bazaar in Karsha mostly caters to children and the few tourists who come here during summer. We would occasionally sit in this restaurant and drink tea with familiar faces around us. This family has finished their work. The girls can spare some time for song and dance performance for the film. Traditional Zanskari headdress or perak is a family heirloom handed down to the eldest daughter when she gets married. This storehouse of family wealth remains the wife's possession. Once work pressure eases and they can relax, there will be lots of singing, dancing and drinking. Zanskar has a rich tradition of folk songs and dances for every occasion. The grain is full of dust and grit from the threshing floor. It has to be washed and dried before it can be used. Most of it will be roasted and ground into flour, or some will be brewed into chung. It is almost evening. After a hard day's work, the chomos return to their nunnery. According to a Ladakhi tradition, monasteries should be far enough from a village to provide quiet and seclusion for the inmates, but close enough for the villagers to hear the sound of conchs and trumpets. Here, the secular and religious cannot be easily separated. Life in a nunnery is part of life in a village. The prayer assemblies are held for material welfare, good health, and good rebirth of the entire village. But the status of a nun is far inferior to the monks. Nuns do not get any formal training or education like the monks. For performing rites and rituals in their nunnery, they have to invite lamas from the Karsha monastery.
Sometimes Lamaji from Karsha comes to teach us some prayers. We learn them by heart and keep reciting them. My parents wanted me to marry, but I wanted to become a chomo. They agreed. I was 11 years old when I cut my hair and took my vows. Sometimes tourists come here and teach us ABCD. Kim is from London. She stayed with me in my cell. I hope for a better rebirth, maybe as a learned geshe. I don't have to go around collecting donations.
The chomo is in a hurry. She has to go around many villages to collect donations and make sure she has enough food for the winter. As dense clouds cover the sky, snow is expected any moment. Most people have finished their work and seem well prepared to face the winter. Houses are well stocked with food and fodder, fuel and clothes, meat and cheese, butter and tea. We are very excited to experience the first snowfall, but Lamaji is worried and insists we leave immediately. If the snowfall is too heavy, there is danger the road will get blocked maybe for a week, a month, or quite possible till June next year. As we leave Zanskar, we bid Jule to Lamaji and a big Jule to Ladakh.